well versed with Bandung.
In fact, every 2 months, 3 months, I will be there just
So
to refresh myself.
maybe when the border is open again, we can
Yeah.
actually have coffee in Bandung.
Yeah, sure, of course. I will be there.
Thank you. By the way, we have few friends here. We have Shannon, we have Asma, we
Hi,
have
Shannon.
Teresa, we have our
Hi. Yeah.
Nick, Khairuddin, and we have someone new from Indonesia. His name is Pasha. Hi, Pasha.
You mute.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Hi, Pasha. Morning.
Yeah. Maybe I've never. This is my first time joining the Torch Group networking. So yeah, my name is Pasha. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia, and it's really nice to meet you all. Maybe we can talk about it. But it's our theme. It's about the food and beverage industry.
Yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
We're going to discuss about F&B today. How F&B, especially dining, F&B dining is going to survive for the future.
True.
We want to know whether the owner believe whether they can still be in business or they have a different plan, because different country have a different way of doing F&B. As us, we in Indonesia, everybody are comfortable to eat at home, but not everyone. Some people will love to go out and meet friends, have coffee together. So we want to discuss how these business owners is going to face through towards the future.
True. Actually, my background is on food and beverage. Before I worked in various restaurants, and also I worked in various hotels. So I mean, this is a very interesting theme for us to to talk about, because all of this what is it called? This pandemic really changed how people are thinking about dining out there. But I mean, after a few, I think it's like 4 months from the first time that maybe the world encounters this pandemic, I think people really change about it. But now, after a few times, I think restaurants and hotels and everything is like they're using some kind of this SOP protocols about these health protocols. I mean, it's really it's now more safe than before the pandemic started, I think.
Yes. So that's why we want to know how, as a business owner, what do they feel? Okay, if people don't go to their restaurant and eat, obviously they don't have business. But there's another alternative that you can actually sell your food online, right?
True.
However, example, I personally would like to eat French fries in McDonald's at McDonald's, because if you take away the French fries home, or you ask someone to deliver to you, by the time the French fries came to you, is no more a French fries. It's something like kentang layu, I think. So those kind of small little things in food that people look into, you see, like eating sushi. Do you know how you feel to eat sushi in front of the sushi the sushi ring, and then having sushi with friends and having sushi at home? So those are the different feelings. So we want to see how it will affect most of the people here. So maybe we can share our own thoughts about it. Okay. I think everyone is already. We have everybody already here, but we shall wait for everyone to come in as well. Meanwhile, Asma.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm recovering. Sorry.
I hope you are feeling better.
Yeah, dengue is on the rise other than COVID. So
Oh, okay. So do you check out at a hospital or you just do your own?
no, I'm just self-medicating,
All right, that's good. That's good. How how's everything there? I mean, how's your business going in Singapore and also in Bandung?
Yeah, I think in Singapore it's okay. Been doing okay, I guess. But the concern is Bandung, right? Until today, I'm like what 6, 7 months not in operation at
You
all.
you cannot open, is it?
No, cannot,
Hmm.
cannot. Yeah, and now we are in talks with the tourism industry and members of the parliament because I think generally the spa owners in Bandung are not happy because others like karaoke and clubs are all open. So let's see
Okay.
how it goes. We already signed a petition of sorts, so we have to go to that length to get ourselves in business again. So we really don't know when we can do business.
Oh, all right. Well, I hope everything will be okay soon.
I hope. We can only hope.
Yes. Hi. Thank you so much, Asma. Hi, we have someone new here. Delia.
Hello.
Delia. Hi, Delia. Welcome
Hi.
to welcome to Zoom Networking.
Yeah. Yes. Thank.
Maybe you want to introduce yourself to us.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Delia Karni. You can call me Delia. Now I'm stay in Batam. I work in Batam Post Graha Pena building in Batam.
Ah, okay. So you are working in what industry?
The Synergy Certification Company collaborate with Malaysia.
Ah, okay. Interesting. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. I think we have enough people here. So now it's time for us to ask a lot of questions to Mr. Azahar, or well known as Zul. Okay. I have a question for you. Since you just opened your nasi ayam penyet after COVID, um, do you mind sharing how it has changed? I mean, I'm sure you have your own regular customer coming. Is your regular customers still come and dine in, or they just take away? How the situation?
Initially, the COVID was happened on this year on March. That currently I at the time of moment I have 3 outlets. So the moment hit on the COVID-19, I'm facing a problem with dine-in. We are not able to dine in, and the good thing we have a delivery platform. So the delivery is from GrabFood, Food Panda, and Deliveroo. Although we have these three delivery platform, we are still losing onto our income.
Oh, okay.
We're still losing. But again, we are still managed by, supported by the governments that are able to provide us some, like rentals, manpower, and I'm still have to top up my own pocket money to sustain on that particular month. And the coincidence that because of my manpower was, locked down on March, and we are facing with the manpower. So that's where the crucial time that I have to look into it onto the labor, that very intensive into the F&B. So finally, we decide to close the one of our East outlet. Although that outlet is making money every month 10K Singapore dollars. So we have to make a decisions But our strategy that in order to sustain another outlet in the another outlet in the east area, we have to close down the another outlet. That our strategy is to bring over the other outlet to another outlet in the east area. It's just away around 1.5 kilometer. So that's what our strategy is, and we managed to close one outlet. So March, April, May, we are losing. So the good thing is, on the second phase, the moment on the 2nd June, on the second phase that able to dine in, that's where our revenue is increased up. What I'm targeting at least around 10 to 15% to increase our revenue just because of dine in. So it was surprise. It was a price, and the revenue increased up to 15 to 20%. 15 to 20% of increasing of a revenue. So that's where we pull all the others outlet into our bigger outlet, which this bigger outlet having all kinds of dishes, from nasi goreng, noodles, fried noodles, drinks, Western food, ayam penyet family. We have coming out with our new menu with the ayam penyet Combo USA. If you guys aware that ayam penyet USA, not the United States of America, U stand for udang, S stand for sotong, and A stand for ayam.
Yeah.
So I gathered this kind of combo meal. That's where the business picking up. This is what our strategy is. We arrange, and on top of that, we enforce on our sales and marketing into it, and to have our own branding into Zul's Corner right now. So Alhamdulillah, until now we are getting better and better. That's where hopefully that we are able to coming out with more outlets in the north side of Singapore. So tentatively now, also we are still waiting for the big boys that are collaborating with us into a franchise.
Oh, okay.
So Zul's Corner, my shop name so-called as a Zul's Corner. So we are specialized in ayam penyet. If I have opportunity, initially back then for the last 2 years, I wanted to bring my brand into Indonesia. But the reasons also that I'm not really familiarized in Indonesia, and I also need to know more into the government's needs and the licensing into the Indonesia. This is what I'm still studying, but I have a friends over there, but not really aware about what is the requirement into F&B. So I have intentions over there. Hopefully that we are able to grow not only in Singapore, hopefully in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Australia. This is what I'm looking into it. So Alhamdulillah, if you got any more rezeki, then why not?
Yes.
We can discuss.
We should. We have our Indonesian friend here, probably can help us suggest where should.
But they have they have the so-called government to connect. Then how can we leverage into the new business over there? Because I have my Indonesian customer, which they came to my store, my restaurant, and they told me that your ayam penyet is super. You can able to branch in the Indonesia, and the reason also the chili also totally different. Actually, is also they say that your chicken is more bigger than the Indonesian chicken. This is what they told me. But again, I wish that I can able to grow, because actually my nickname is Zul, right? Z-U-L. The reason that I add in O, the O is stand for globe. So I wish that I can go globally into the my company. So hopefully, as my philosophy in the business, I always have 3, which is the chances that given to you, do the right choice, and prepare to change in your life. These are the 3 C in my philosophy.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Zul.
Thank you.
I got one question. I got one question for Mr. Zul.
All right.
My question is,
Kai.
during the COVID-19, when there is no dining in and all, so how much affected are you during that period of time?
Currently, I'll be frank with you guys. I doesn't affect anything. What I really doing is to maintain my relationship with my customer. I maintain of my quality. Whatever things that your waiters have to fit in the kitchen, as soon as possible, the kitchen has to fit back into the waiter and serve to the customer as soon as possible, as fast as possible, within 3 to 5 minutes. The set must be served to the customer. Till now, we are still maintained with our revenue, and we are still looking into increasing of our revenue. The good news is what we are only selling in the noon time, start for lunch time until 2 a.m. I do hope that this coming 1st of October, we are additional of 4 menu: nasi rawan, nasi sambal goreng, lontong, and mee rebus. We are coming out with our new breakfast on effect on the 1st of October. I do hope that our company are able to create another revenue, at least 5 to 10% increase this coming October.
Great. So you
So
were
we have more choices.
So you were saying just now, every order you actually serve in 3 to 5 minutes.
Yes.
Correct. So basically, that is your SOP in operation.
Yes.
To satisfy your customer.
Yes.
So since COVID-19 came and you cannot get people to dine in, so you actually converted to online.
Yep.
So is the same operation time for 3 to 5 minutes also
Okay,
apply
for the delivery platform, they allowing us for 15 minutes to do the preparations.
per order?
Per order. So we were monitoring on the closely onto the orders when coming in, but again, especially we have our peak period in the lunchtime and our dinner time. It's a very crowded, and at times we will try our very best that to serve the customer as soon as possible. As well as the outlet in the west area, which is a location at the hawker center, we are serving them less than 5 minutes, but without Grab food or delivery platform. We can queuing is very long, and we are able to serve them within 3 to 5 minutes. That one shouldn't be a problem. Whereas in the east side, we're having a problem. At one time, customer might be coming around 20%. So if you just imagine, if 20% or 10%, each person is 5 minutes, 10% is already 50 minutes.
Yes.
Right? So we try to accommodate everything. Let's say, got 3% eating the nasi goreng. We try to cook at the same time. So this is what we try to do within the 5 minutes, or the maximum we try to serve as soon as possible within 10 minutes.
Yes.
As for the delivery, I have no comment onto that. They are allowing us by 15 minutes, but because of the Grab food or Food Panda, I do not know why. When we receive an order, within 1 minute the rider will come. So they told us, hey, why so long? I come ready, haven't ready. But actually, in fact, we just received only less than 1 minute. So when we receive 1 minute, the rider in front of us, they show us this item or this number, is it ready for collection? We say just 1 minute.
Maybe because the driver is nearby the area, so that's why.
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's why they got it first. But I believe you don't have problems to prepare everything accordingly, right?
Yes.
No problem.
Yes. Shouldn't be a problem on preparations, but the only things that we are trying to do very best for our customer.
Okay.
We try, still learning to get better and better.
Are you happy with their services?
No.
Okay.
I'm still looking because we improving. There's always a step to improve step by step, but every step you deserve to have a problem. So this problem, you have to encounter it and solve the problem by not pointing each other's problem. We focusing down, okay, my solving problem with 4 wives and 1 husband. Do you guys know? Anyone know with the solving problem with a 4 wives and 1 husband?
Depending what problem.
Okay, why the problem come? What happened? Where's the problem come? When the problem come? Last but not least, how can we solve the problem? That's the W, 4W and 1H. So this is what I normally solve the problem.
All right. That's good.
So that's why where whatever things that we need to know, plan, check, do, and execute. Right? So we need to know all the problem by not pointing finger or arrow to someone, oh, this problem is yours, this problem is them. But our problem, we never identify.
Thank you.
So we have to focus down everything, take as the plan, check, do, and we execute with all the 4W and 1H. So these are the things that I always narrow down my problem. So on top of that, also I'm engaging. Also, we have our own so-called a coach that to assist me into the accounts, the process. I also still engaging someone to mentor, my mentor, to teach me how can I grow further and how can I improve into the next business level. Yeah, this is what I'm going through.
Alhamdulillah.
So I believe all the FMB they are facing from day one until now, the main problem is the labor. Do you guys agree for those who are in the FMB? This is what I'm facing from first day until now. So we always eliminate as soon as possible to get, things done.
Yes. We have someone just came in. His name is Malik. Hi, Mr. Malik. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Alhamdulillah.
Yes. Sorry, I'm a bit late because I got some meeting here at my first outlet.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Maybe just want to, because Mr. Malik is like a guest appearance. We need to grab him before he goes. Grab and go. So, Mr. Malik, yeah, I know you do a few grab and go kiosks. Not a few, I think quite a lot. And you also run a hawker store. What do you see is the trend nowadays?
Okay, for me in F&B is give me a minute. Taufik. 1 minute ya.
Mana.
Ambilkan glass air. Give me 1 glass of water.
You are like our Prime Minister. He needs a glass of water when he speaks. And every time he drinks, he changes his language.
So that I can open my mask.
So you can open your mask.
Yeah, that is good point.
I just heard from our brother Azhar. He said he goes down the house with a glass of water. So he can walk to the car without wearing mask. Tactical,
Okay, for the time being, when I'm on the phase during the phase 1, we always been practicing digital delivery from GrabFood, Foodpanda, and even our own even from our own internal delivery. We have our bulk orders delivery. So we've been practicing this before the COVID start also. So online business is actually very good during phase 1. Very, very good for F&B. Dining is a zero thing. So then when it comes to phase 2, what we did is we did a 50-50 online and an offline thing. where people come in with a lot of promotion to invite the customers to come in. The reason that we prefer people to be coming to the stall because online business is actually good for you, but bad for profit. That's what we believe in that. So profit margin will go down, say 20% to 15%, because it's been taken from the business from the delivery side. So now hopefully by phase 3 we will try to get more towards the offline business, which is better in terms of percentage of profit. Yeah, that's what I think. That's our target actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as we go along, this one doesn't mean like based on your businesses, but on your own observation. Do you see people like ordering takeaway, or do you see people? Will there still be like family dinners? You know those kind of like huge family dinner, eating out. Or is it going to change? Is it because you're not gonna buy, take away, and then eat at home?
Depend on the culture of individual races. I think that's what I think. You see, if depend on, you look at our Muslim people,
Families.
they like to go out and makan ramai-ramai. You see,
Yeah.
so you must see which customers you're looking at. As long as now it's still 5% outside, I think you should just do 50-50 online and offline first. That's what I thought. That's my.
That's a good strategy. So you cover both lah.
Yes, must do both. Yes. And in fact, we have a few stalls now going digital also. We don't have cashier. We have a digital cashier also nowadays.
Yeah.
We have one at eHub and one at Tyson.
What made you start doing that? Is it because of the COVID or because memang part of the plan ke?
Well, actually, we wanted to do this last year. Ever since we saw McDonald's, we always copycat sikit lah. Yeah, because McDonald's have this one digital thing outside cashier. So actually, you save on labor also, and labor, and in fact also there's another one is you also save on pickpocketing. Some cashiers they curi money kan, so it's actually a good thing, but COVID is much better because digitalized. You do this way, you also can get grant. Why not?
Yeah.
The government is giving grants also, so just go for it. Whatever grant you can get, whatever help you can get, just take it.
Correct. That's where we need to be aware of the grants also that is given.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't know about the grant, you can ask Siraj. Siraj knows a lot of things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm actually I'm trying to find your photo. I think you posted on Facebook. Later I'll find it again. The one with your automated screen. So I think I applaud Malik from Crete who did that. It's very rare I see this in food courts or definitely not in hawker lah. So this is a good step lah. I mean, whatever McDonald's does doesn't mean that we cannot do, right? We can also do, especially when we take
Actually, if you think back, like what we are doing is mostly is a lot of a copycat of the established fast food. It's like example, McDonald's doesn't have a central kitchen. A lot of our people that are doing business, we are hoping to open a central kitchen, which will cost you 150,000, 200,000 to open just a central kitchen.
Yeah.
So why does McDonald's, who open the whole world, doesn't have a central kitchen? They don't have even person to make. I think they don't make their own bread. They don't make their own patty. Why? Because they know you will save more cost on that. So,
Yeah.
because when if let's say example like me now, I'm doing my own sambal. I do my sambal. I have to apply my halal cert. If let's say there's wastage, my loss. Staff doesn't come, my loss. I have to come down and do it. So imagine you ask someone else to do it, whenever they wherever they want, their loss is the OEM fellow who's going to do it. So I think it's that's the next direction that we are going to do. The next direction. Ask other people to do it for your own benefit.
Yeah. But there's always this concern when they say so I hear from F&B guys if I ask someone to do it, it won't be the same like how I do it. If I ask someone to do it, then they will know my recipe, and then waste money. You know, I could have done myself, but they charge a lot. What's your thoughts? Macam banyak benda like cannot. And then they just brush off, cannot, tak boleh.
Yes, that is that if you want to grow big, I think you must throw all this pikiran or all this kind of locate about the secret recipe. Okay, I'll give you an example. When I was at Adam Road, Selera, I thought that I am the most biggest nasi lemak in Singapore because the Sultan Brunei came down, President Jokowi makan, Sultan Johor makan. So it feels like, wow, I am the most biggest in the world. But when I opened my shop tempat Hougang Mall, I tak ada customer. Wow.
Okay, so this one I just share this was the self-ordering screen, right, Malik?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is how it looks like, guys. There. So this is where people can actually order, and this is actually in a food court. This one in Pasir Ris, Pasir Ris, yeah. So there you have the screens.
I think Tai Seng is the one that is fully self-order, is it?
Yes, both. And for your info, this cash, the screen thing, you don't have to pay a single cent. The vendor will come and do it for you.
Okay. Awesome.
It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Yeah, it's so worth it.
Yeah,
it's so worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more on the Grab food side. Yeah. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Do you share? I think just now Azhar was sharing that the food delivery apps are not up to standard, or is it that? What's your take on this food app? I don't think there's any food app guys over here, so never mind. We'll bring this feedback before sharing your information, but sharing the story. How do you find?
Maybe maybe Azhar was telling you guys because of the delivery guys. Maybe they don't have this. Some of them, because some of them are not trained to be delivery guys. They are just doing it because they need a job. Yeah. So what do you want to do? So I think just bear with it. That's why I thought. Just forget about whatever the attitude is. But
Malik, do your staff get any bad attitude from the delivery driver?
Oh, of course lah. Of course. They because they need for them time is precious.
Yep.
So when they go there, the food is not ready. They get pissed. They got angry lah. So I see. That's why I say. You don't. They're not the trained delivery guys. They're not like you, Azhar, who is very patient. They are the person who I need a job. So every time it's money for them. So when you go and collect, then it's not ready. So it's a bit they kind of pissed off. So just bear with it for the time being. You cannot if they scold you, just complain to the vendor.
Okay. This is what I did for those that really talking with me with vulgarity words. Then I asked them to cancel the orders and let the other people will come in. This is what happened to me. And I jot down their names and their delivery orders. Then I will just email to the driver. Then they got suspended for 2 weeks.
Let me get another way to do it, another way to make them happy. Some of our delivery guys, when they come in, we give them water, we give them food, we give them some privilege, so they love to come to our crib site. I think last year we was voted one of the best vendors to give to to treat the delivery guys, to make them happy. We make them happy first, and then they will do for us for good service. Yeah, that's what we do.
Thank you, Mr. Malik. Thank
Yeah.
you for your thoughts. By the way, we have our friend here. She is from Jakarta, Miss Prisha. She actually owned a coffee shop in Tangerang, if I'm not mistaken. She actually managed to open it right before COVID, or I mean during COVID or before COVID. She is the owner of Kopi Panas Foundation. Are you there, Miss Prisha? Okay, maybe she's not here yet. Prisha? Okay. All right. Maybe she's not around. No problem. Okay. Where were we just now? Yeah, I think I have a question for Mr. Malik. So you were saying that they are not meant to be a delivery guy, right? So
Yep.
pretty much, is it because of only the attitude, or the professionalism of them become a delivery person? Because I don't really experience that in where I am now, because in Indonesia, I think most of our Gojek and Grab, they pretty much we never had. I mean, I never had that attitude problem.
I tell you, the Indonesian Gojek was fantastic. Yeah, very nice people. I was at Bali, and then when I go for any Gojek thing, wow, Bali, Jakarta, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Maybe in Singapore a bit stressed.
Yeah, could be. Literal is actually the culture actually affect them to be something like that. Okay.
You
So
see, in Jakarta, one thing about Jakarta is when the food come 1 hour late or half an hour late, you guys are so relaxed. You say, okay, Pak, ngapa, nggak apa-apa, yeah, okay, no problem, yeah.
yeah, santai.
But in Singapore, when the food come 1 hour late, the person who order will call to our crib site and say and scold us like satu bakul ya kita gitu. So they will scold the drivers also. So they felt it. So the drivers will go to us. So we have to do a lot of recovery to the customer. How is Jakarta now?
Again?
How is Jakarta now?
Jakarta is facing another wave, which is we are going through PSBB. So, but somehow it's not as bad as the news says, because if you can ask around, and there's a few people from Jakarta here, Ibrahim, and then we have Raditya, Pradana. To them, yeah, it's quite normal. Same goes with Bandung. People in Bandung starting to go out, and people are literally having dinner outside, drinking coffee together with friends, like social distancing. Whoever practice it, then they practice it. So probably
Relax aja,
santai aja sih di sini.
santai aja. Ya.
So hi Prisha.
Hi.
Hi Prisha. Hi. Okay, this is Prisha. I hope you can introduce Copy Foundation to everyone.
Okay. Where do I start? So Kopi Panas Coffee and Eatery initially was a foundation. I didn't want to start making a coffee shop before, because it was a foundation before, and we're handling people with mental illness, because nobody really take care of them. So we started that, and then in our office our office is on the second floor, and then I was like thinking, oh, it would be good if on the first floor there would be like a cafe or a restaurant or whatever, so my workers can just eat there. We don't have to like order Gojek or anything, because it's costly. Gojek added 25% of the value, right? So I was like thinking, and just any coffee shop or anyone can just hop in. But then like, I don't know, somehow we managed to open our own coffee shop. It was not in the first phase plan, actually. And then I just gathered, no, I met my friend that his house is actually nearby that area, because it's, well, people still call it Jakarta in a way, but it's a bit outside. So it's in Bintaro, actually. So yeah, with lack of knowledge, we started that cafe, that coffee and eatery, and then I have somebody join on board, which is quite big in a coffee market, and then start recruiting people, and like, because this coffee and eatery, my basic thing is like, because we're all in this crisis together, so I don't want any other business to go down and die as well. So in our cafe, anyone can join on board, because during this pandemic, everyone stays at home, and then they started cooking, they started baking. So a lot of like their unknown ability before is actually out, right? Like there are a lot of people making cakes, a lot of people making food and stuff, and so we're becoming their platform. So whoever that created anything can just put their food in our cafe. So the food and everything is by them. We call it UMKM. Apa UMKM ya in English?
Small SME.
Yeah. So we actually like gather them. Jadi we survive together in a way. I just don't want anyone, because like if we're big ourselves and then other people died or other businesses died, it's also not healthy and not good for the community. So I thought, why don't we just I have the place and you have the skill. We're making the coffee, we're making the drinks, and why don't you guys put in the food? So that's what we do. So everything is actually for community. It's like that. And like some of the also go to the foundation.
So tell us, how do you manage to literally open the cafe? You plan to open it actually before coffee,
right?
And coffee came over, right? And then you kind of feel like how can you open a coffee shop during this time? But Alhamdulillah, you managed to open a coffee shop. Tell us that experience, how you actually went through.
Yeah, because then again, maybe because of the lack of knowledge that I'm having about opening a restaurant or a coffee shop, like I don't really calculate the loss or the what will I get out of it or anything. But then like what I see is like a lot of people needed job at that moment as well, and a lot of people got laid out. So I thought, hey, I have the place. This house is already good in a way, and then we started. I mean, the furnitures and everything is already set up before pandemic, before this happens. And then it was just one more step that we can open the shop. It's just like, okay, where should we get the food? Because like if we hire chef ourselves and then, you know, we test drive the food and everything, it wouldn't be as good, and probably it will take more time than, rather than just, you know, ask anyone that have the food to actually join on board, because I have the coffee master already in there, so I can guarantee the coffee quality and everything, but then like the food is just like from somebody else. And so I thought, yeah, it's only one more step, and then people are actually asking for job to me. I'm like, okay, then I guess this is the time to open. But then before I was like, okay, when to open? That's the biggest question, right? Because like people are closing their businesses, restaurants are closed, and would it be ridiculous if we open one right now? You know, it was 4 days before Idul Fitri, and yeah, I mean, like during that Idul Fitri period, kan everyone's having their holidays, would it be, is it the right timing? You know, maybe this is like the worst ever timing to actually open a restaurant, but we were like, whatever, just open it and see what happens. Because then that moment, it was during strict PSBB kan, so nobody can actually go anywhere. We have to like do home deliveries anyway. But surprisingly, during that moment, during the PSBB moment, our sales goes like really up when we open it. Everyone look at it. I guess it's like a fresh new thing for them. And so I have to say, during the quarantine time, during the PSBB time, our sales goes crazy from the delivery process, because I guess everyone's just too bored at home, and like they don't know what to do. They already eat whatever they eat before. They just, you know, roll out which one that I should eat today and everything. But then like they found this new thing, this new cafe or new restaurant, and then they start go for it, I guess. So yeah, it was, I didn't really plan it how and what to do in the beginning. Maybe because my lack of knowledge about opening a restaurant or opening a cafe, just do it, I guess.
Great. Thank you, Prisha, for your sharing.
Zaha, maybe
yes.
I have some question with Miss
Please
Priscilla about it.
Please do.
But I feel that it's really noble for you, Miss Priscilla, to give other people a chance to give like to sell those the food that they make. But the thing is, do you have any concern about the safety and also the health issues, or maybe something like that, about the food that they are making and selling in your restaurant?
Yes, of course. Because okay, our place, we don't really have like a proper kitchen or anything, so the food is actually like they pre-cook it already at home, and then what we need to do is just heat it up. So, and then we also give guidelines to them on how to like make it, I mean the cleanness and the procedures. And of course, before we actually want them to join on board, we also have to test the food ourselves and everything. We curate them in a way, and then so yeah, all the food in the cafe, we always have to heat it up. So I hope the viruses and everything is gone by then.
Yeah, maybe yeah. I mean, I have experience about that also, because the problem with outsourcing a food or a beverage from other restaurant or also other maker is it's kind of hard about maintaining the right quality and also the right ingredient about it. So if you already done that, I mean, just yeah, it will be great just to maintain the quality and also the ingredient.
True, but maybe because of the people that send me the food or selling it to us is actually not like a huge company, not like a, you know, not like a big supply.
Yeah, it's UKM, yeah, UMKM.
Yeah, UMKM, it's a house making themselves, so they're like making probably 2 pieces chicken every one day, you know, like they should be able to still maintain their quality. So we order every day or like once every 2 days. It's not like mass yet.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah,
Yeah, if only all the coffee shop in Jakarta and Bandung actually apply this system, then they can literally help all these UMKM to grow. Because I know and I understand, I myself also seller to GoFood. Somehow rather, you thought when you actually register with GoFood, you literally get orders immediately, but
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah, depends on your promotion. So yeah, I guess having more places to put your food is better than only one places.
Yeah, because to actually register Gojek is also hard, right? Like you
Yeah,
can sometimes after 3 months, then you can only get accepted from Gojek, and then like these small businesses, they wouldn't be able to like, okay, I have to wait for 3 or 7 months, but I already have the the application. We're registered already. Why don't you just put your food in our playlist, Gojek playlist? So it'd be easier for everyone.
Siraj, you have anything you want to ask?
Yeah. I I'm thinking of a question. Actually, I'm getting hungry already. It's almost it's reaching 1 hour to lunchtime in Singapore. So yeah. Um. No, actually, I would like to ask. Now, in terms of um, food quality assurance and price and convenience, what do you think as consumers, or this question can be for anyone, because I think all of us are consumers. Some of us are also consumer and also seller lah. But talking about consumers, which is the most important for you? Food quality, price, or taste, or even convenience? What's the most important thing for you in today's times? Maybe I will just, maybe Zaha, maybe you can answer that for you at least.
Okay. Personally, I still prefer eating at the place they serve. Like I actually mentioned earlier, like when you buy a French fries from McDonald's and you eat in the McDonald's, the fry tastes so tasty. But when you ask someone to deliver it back to you home, and the fries become what do you call it, layu, so it's not
Lemau.
nice. Yeah, same goes like to how do we eat this fine dining at home rather than you eat actually in front of the chef. The chef is actually preparing everything in front of you. So those are the experience that you're going to miss if dining is no more in the future. So to me, I believe when the food is served fresh, definitely is better than back home. See, so that's what I think.
I see. So for you, it's more about the taste and the quality lah.
Yes, definitely. You see, it can be okay. It can be as bubur ayam in Indonesia. Okay, I can tell you bubur ayam range of bubur ayam in Indonesia from 8,000 rupiah per bowl up to 30,000 rupiah per bowl, and the price goes because of the quality and because of popularity. See, but so it's always nice to eat the bubur ayam at that place. Somehow, when you actually bring back, it doesn't feel the same. I mean, not to everyone, but to me, yes. So that's why I am really feels that the food you should eat there at the place, not bring back, because you will feel different. The environment is different because when you eat in all the restaurant, right, they already have the environment. That environment makes you feel like this food is nice. It's like you going to IKEA, you know. IKEA food is mostly fast food, right? But why the IKEA food place is full all the time? It's full, it's literally full. So it means it's good business, right?
No, because of the reduced seating capacity nowadays. Singapore nowadays, don't know whether is it full because of popular or not, because everything reduced. Can we, macam mana Cik Azhar 60% nowadays?
Yeah, now
60% capacity
mine is almost 100%, now around 80%.
Now
I'm
80%
also facing the problem with like what Zaha said, because when you dine in, everybody say that it's very good, crunchy, you know, the crispy garing on the chicken.
Yes.
So when they pack, they say, "Hey, it's not so good." So I can't. I told them you can't have a both world.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just choose one. That's the reason we have left and right. So you want to go left, make sure you go left. You want to go right, that means you go right. You
Kamu
cannot
center bang, ada center tak bang?
center. You just go center. You just whack the wall
Whack the wall. Okay, center means whack the wall. Okay, can. Boleh.
So majority I'm facing this problem also. For those who are, they want to dine in. So we encourage them, please do come in. Whereby if you are order from Grab and the price is totally different by what you are dining in.
Yes.
That's the reasons that we have to increase some percentage in order to cover back our own loss.
Some more is more expensive actually when you
Yes,
actually buy from GoFood.
Yes.
Oh yes, that one I agree.
That
Some
one
things are beyond belief. Macam I think Tose or is it Prata or Tose?
Gojek is 25%. It's quite low, 25%. Just now is who's the one who said just now I heard 25% Gojek. So in Singapore, I'm giving them 30 to 35%. So we are also increasing by only from $7 to $8, just $1. By the end of the day, we are still losing on the,
correct.
Yes, you increase the price and we have to pay, and we actually pay you, and then we have to pay the GoFood, the GrabFood. So and then we don't get the experience.
But at the same time, correct. The experience is correct lah. But talking about the difference in percentage, not because I got commission from GrabFood lah, but also is the economy of ini lah, whereby down in Indonesia, a rider can go for one docket at $1.50 Sing dollar. 15,000 something like that. Singapore bicycle also the one $1.50.
They can achieve per trip is $7.
Yes,
so
that's the difference.
There is a difference in their living cost lah, living expenses. So I mean, so we have some comments over here. Tere from Philippines actually shared first is food quality, then the taste, and lastly price. And then we have Nizam who shared that all factors need to be considered, depends on concept, food type plus other factors. Nizam, concept okay. All right. So obviously, not everyone is just about price lah. I find it's all about what time of the day lah. At least for me lah. If it's lunch, I don't mind grab and go unless it's with maybe clients or whatever, maybe okay lah. But usually lunch grab and go lah. Maybe dinner more relaxed. Your time can be 1-2 hours. With family or with friends, then probably I look into more of a eating joint lah, But for the lunch, most likely Grab, getting an intern to go in the hot sun to buy food for me, that's quite fun lah.
I have a question for Zul.
Yes,
Zul.
Yes, Anand.
Yeah. So okay, maybe a bit sensitive. If you don't answer, don't answer. Do you get more profits from the delivery or from dining in?
Well, I can say it. Both also we have.
Yeah.
It's only depend on the volume.
Okay, per purchase, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We never mind. Leave it at that. I think it's a bit sensitive.
We have Desi here. She wanted to ask something. Teh, mau nanya apa Teh?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ini kita saya tidak begitu lancar bahasa Inggrisnya, tapi tadi mengikuti paham dining sama ya tren era new normal ya. Tadi ini yang di Zul Corner itu saat ini banyaknya di delivery baru 2 bulan ya, sejak Juni ya Singapura dibuka dine in.
Iya.
Oke. Lebih banyak dine in apa delivery-nya, Pak?
Oke, dua-dua sekalipun banyak sekali. Dan ada harinya dan some days ada boleh dapat dalam 70% dine in dan 30% delivery. Dan ada kalanya juga 50-50.
Oke. Saya sempat diundang ke Singapura tahun lepas bersama lupa saya tempatnya, tapi ada beberapa teman dari Singapura itu yang frozen ya, lauknya frozen. Seperti rendang dan makanan yang seperti Mbak Prisia tadi bilang dihangatkan kembali. Apakah Pak Azhar juga menyediakan itu?
Itu daripada segi apa yang kamu cakap adalah daripada nasi padang. Nasi campuran. Ya kan? Kalau kebanyakan ada orang yang masak dan hidangkan di dalam showcase. Saya tidak ada yang dalam showcase. Apa pelanggan saya order dan tu jam juga saya akan masak.
Dibuat, oke. Saya dan suami juga sudah memulai itu di awal COVID. Insya Allah mudah-mudahan dalam minggu ini akan running kembali. Kemarin sedang menyiapkan tempat baru. Suami saya dari Singapura, Azhar.
Oh, kamu bukanya di Jakarta di mana?
Tanjung Pinang.
Oh, Tanjung Pinang.
Sudah pernah ke Tanjung Pinang, Pak?
Wah, sudah lebih daripada 6 tahun saya tak pernah pergi Batam ataupun saya tak pergi Tanjung Pinang. Saya langsung terus pergi ke Bandung sama isteri saya.
Saya Bandung 12 tahun. Ketemu sama suami juga justru di Bandung. Oke. Senang sekali saya bisa diundang kembali. Sebenarnya inginnya setiap ada Zoom networking oleh Tors ini saya bisa ikut, tapi ada beberapa.
Saya rasa Siraj boleh buat mission Siraj.
Ya udah tentu Pak Azhar.
Maybe kita boleh buat matchmaker. Siraj boleh
cari jodoh bisnis ya Pak.
Bisnis daripada Singapura ke mana negeri pun. Maybe Siraj dengan Karudin pun boleh buat undangan.
Betul.
Matchmaker tu macam mana tu? Mana dia matchmaking?
Apakah ada kemungkinan dari Tanjung Pinang menjual produk ke Singapura atau ke negara lain yang di networkingkan oleh?
Ya, udah tentu. Itu kan ada satu perancangan yang kami akan share dengan Bu Desi.
Saya mau menyapa Mbak Prisia karena mumpung ada di sini, beliau idola saya.
Oh iya, wah, Mbak Prisia idola ya.
Mbak Prisia.
Terbaik
juga. Nama idola ya.
Oke. Saya di komunitas Mata Sinema Indonesia untuk Tanjung Pinangnya bergerak di nonton bareng.
Apa film terakhir tayang?
Iya. Hampir semua film Mbak Prisia saya nonton, mulai dari yang FTV juga saya nonton.
Saya mau cakap sikit dengan
apalagi film yang penari yang novel terkenal itu Tohari ya Ahmad. Sama satu lagi film yang bersama Malaysia. Keren. Yang sama Nicholas Saputra Interchange
Interchange ya.
Itu ada Borneo-nya segala macam. Keren sekali itu filmnya, yang terakhir yang diputar di Fox juga, Fox film juga keren gitu.
Alhamdulillah.
Sukses buat Torch, sukses buat kita semua, mudah-mudahan tetap optimis. Walaupun film akhirnya ke Netflix ya, kami ada beberapa agenda untuk untuk nonton bareng, tingkat nasional, tingkat Tanjung Pinang, semuanya ambiar, tapi tetap optimis. Mudah-mudahan film bangkit kembali nanti setelah pandemi berakhir. Saat ini saya tetap berjualan kuliner, Mbak Prisia, termasuk frozen food, yang makanan Melayunya kami bekukan, dipanaskan dengan mudah, tidak menggunakan microwave, tapi menggunakan rice cooker. Jadi makanan Melayu tuh kayak asam pedas, sotong masak hitam, dan itu sudah masuk ke belanja ukm.com. Nanti Mbak Frisia bisa lihat di sana, mudah-mudahan bisa bantu promo juga. Oke, makasih Mas Zah di Bandung. Mudah-mudahan bisa terhubung juga nih ke semua bisnis.
Ya, tentunya Bu Desi. Ya, insyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
Nanti kami akan bawa Mbak Prisia pun sekali ya. Peminat it's always good to see that there's a celebrity. I didn't know actually. Saya Wikipedia tadi. Maaf ya. Saya macam ini ada celebrity di sini. Okey, cari Wikipedia. Wah, pemenang award ya. Oh, hebat.
Sorry Prisa, I try not to expose you, but they seems to know who you are.
It came from Bu Desi, man. She was ready. Dia macam, wah, Prisia idola saya pun macam, saya juga ada niat mau buat Prisia idola saya, tapi saya enggak kenali sangat kan ya. Lupa.
Itu dia.
Enggak ada masa mau lihat TV di sini.
Saya nak cakap dengan Zaha sikit. Kalau di Bandung, kalau mau buka cawangan di sana, apa-apa kerajaan yang harus kita apply melalui license, what kind of license of authority that can provide us? Like Singapore, we are going through, NEA. Kalau macam ni dalam perumahan, HDB, Town Council, kan di Singapore. Tapi di Bandung, apa lagi yang authority, which kind of authority to certify us to open up an outlet or so-called a cafe or a restaurant? Any particular governments that we need over there?
Well, my advice is very simple. First and foremost, you must have a local partner. The best, because that's the best.
How many percent of local partner? 50-50 or 49-51 or at least a minimum of 10%? Let's say a local partner is 10% and the foreigner is 90%.
Pun boleh. The whole idea of having local partner is not about who holds the bigger share. Is more likely engaging with the local authority. Because when you are local, you get easy access. Not to say that they don't want they don't want the foreigner to go in. It's not that. It's just how it works here in Indonesia. And that's what I learned for the past few years. And it's always easy that way. So, like say you want to open in Bandung, right? You must have a local partner in Bandung that knows which place is the best to open your cafe. Because they know the best where the area. That's one. Number two, like I said, engaging with the local authority, they will help you on that as well. However, if we want to go 100%, it's not. It's not that I don't advise, but throughout my experience, I actually say that. But you can always try. You seems to be in Bandung already. Or you dah pernah pergi datang Bandung kan?
Asia Africa, is it good place over there?
That is very good. That's very good. Asia Africa, Braga, that is so-called not only tourist spot. Local people goes there for
How about Plus?
Chiang Plus also good. Those are the tourist spot in Bandung, the north side of Bandung.
Are we able to collaborate with the tourism board over there?
Yes.
We can able to work together with the tourism board. Then maybe Siraj, maybe we can plan over there, Siraj, to meet up the tourism board.
Not only tourism board. Probably tourism board is quite huge for you to go.
What I think is sometimes in the Muslim culture, especially like those who are in China or in Europe, every Muslim, they say that with halal, I will travel. So we
Yes.
work together with tourism
Arif, it's
that
a man
without
of God.
hesitate, that we are the namely top priority with the tourism board, that they are, I believe that they are working with travel agent to bring all
System
the,
part where I jump down.
tourism to the restaurant.
Betul.
So our in terms of that, we are able to collaborate with tourism board, and at the end of the day, our branding is the best. Like I said, no matter what, also our quality of the food have to impress the customer.
Yes.
The cleanliness, the food, all kind of this thing. So, which means we are working closely with the tourism board to grow the company at the end of the day. Maybe like what Prisha, they can work with the, can work with the tourism board. Whoever maybe tourists come over there, drop by to your coffee, to have a good coffee in the Prisha coffee shop, that's a good thing. I used to go to the Skyline and the Stone Cafe in the Bandung, So I try to have working together. I think that it's much better that we are able to collaborate with tourism board if we are the foreigners working overseas.
I guess in Bandung is a different case because mostly if we from Jakarta to Bandung, what they sell is actually the view, the atmosphere, what we have in Jakarta because it's cooler there, right?
Yes.
In Jakarta, we can't really sell the view of whatever, right?
Yes.
Well, here, according to Sira's question, I just want to add it a little bit. Which one is more important? Is it the food quality or what was it before? But I guess on top of everything, the service is one of the thing to do because in Jakarta right now, if one person sells kopi susu gularen, everyone is selling kopi susu gularen. Like the trend. What is the trend at the moment? Everyone is selling that. Right now, like the coffee bottle, everyone is selling that. Fresh juice of certain type, let's say with jelly, if that is trend, now everyone is selling it. So I guess
Prisha, you need to add in one more menu.
Mhm.
Teh tarik madu. You ask Siraj, in Kuala Lumpur now very hot. Right, Siraj?
It's the teh tarik or the madu?
No, the teh tarik with the
Dua-dua aja.
buih di atas mengalir macam volcano. The way they serve the teh tarik madu. Wow.
It's all about presentation, I find.
Yes.
But again, this is the basis. Again, we go back to Mali has left. We go back to McDonald's. So whereby they have all these fixed items. Their cheeseburger will never be gone. Chicken burger, fish or fillet. I grew up with fish or fillet, so definitely nothing will be gone.
Yes.
But dia ada macam once in a while, samurai burger in Singapore, samurai burger, nasi lemak burger, prosperity because of Chinese New Year, things like that. So macam how that yang teh tarik madu tu memang sekarang tengah hot lah. But it will be for maybe 1-2 months.
Yeah, maybe 1-2 months they will.
Tapi that teh tarik madu will make me go to that warung.
Yes.
After dah habis ni, bang, ada teh tarik madu. Dah tak ada lah bro, dah ni lah, lain kali lah. Okay, I'll still come down there. Because I'm so used to the staff, and stuff like that. So that's a good way. Macam, mana kita ni, Brother Shanan. Brother Shanan you got teh tarik, Brother Shanan got kopi. Brother Shanan?
Kopi, kita panggilnya di Belitung.
Kopi jantan.
Janda.
Bukan jantan, janda.
Janda. Kopi
So,
janda.
I was shocked. I was like, kopi janda? Okay, kenapa ya? So because they gave me kopi, susu, and ice. If you want it to be ice, so you macam eksperimen lah gitu. Begitu. Bang, mengapa ya kopi janda? Kerana kopi dan susu udah cerai.
There's a whole idea.
Yeah.
But
it's
yeah.
corny, but it works, guys.
But just to add something to Azhar, to Zul, Bandung is known as culinary spot places, and every single culinary spot in Bandung is literally trending. They would change in few months change. Basically orang Bandung, the people in Bandung, they get new things all the time.
Adakah orang Bandung ni jelak cepatnya face off? Macam cepat trend cepat berlalu gitu.
Yeah, they are honestly, the Bandung people are the trendsetter, I would say. That's what people actually told me when I'm here. So that's why most of the culinary places in Bandung also, they evolve very quickly.
And if I have to add some more as well, because mostly is not people in Bandung that would go to those places, right? Mostly Jakartans that would go there, especially weekends. Never go to Bandung during weekends because it's jam like crazy, and it's all Jakartan people. And then like what I see the trend is like, oh, okay, I want to go to Bandung, but I've been to that place already. Okay, what's a new place? You know? Mostly for Instagram pictures right now. When they go anywhere, they would just take pictures, and Bandung is really well known for that because of the ambience, of course, and this and that. So yeah, tourism there is really good, but then yeah, they always change unless there's this one very yang restoran yang sudah well known dari zaman dulu gitu. Now maybe that's like, okay, that's the place that we always have to eat every time in Bandung. Probably it's like, but something new is always like ganti, yeah.
Actually, I also want to add about the before Mr. Zul's asking about how to get selling at Bandung or maybe in Indonesia. In my opinion, if you're asking that what are the things that we need to, the license or the certificate, something like that. In my opinion, in Bandung or maybe in Jakarta, it's not as strict as in Singapore. It's really useful, as Zaha said, that we need a partner in Indonesia or in Bandung, because they really can help you, Mr. Zul, to give what are the needs for the license and everything about that. Because if you're only alone and you want to open it in Bandung or something like that, it's kind of hard to understand about the license, and because as I said, it's not as strict as Singapore, but it's still there. So yeah, you need to get a partner, I think.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Pasha. Just to share with everyone, Pasha is from Apiari. Apiari is Touch new partner. Apiari is actually a co-working space in Jakarta. So Pasha is new in Apiari, and Alhamdulillah, he has performed well, become one of the best hosts in Apiari now. And yeah, so he joined us today to check out how our session looked like. So yeah, the rest of us, I wanted to catch up with Delia. Delia, jangan diam dong. Share. You were saying just now that you actually do certificate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sertifikasi di private company, sertifikat PT Sinergi Sertifikasi Indonesia.
What kind of certificate?
Kami itu certification-nya itu the specificnya tentang ISO. ISO is International Organization for Standardization. Have ISO 9001, 14.000, 14.000, 22.000. Ya, kami itu trainingnya seperti itu, Bapak.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Dan Delia juga ada bisnis di Padang. My brand is Delia Souvenir. You can check Instagram, Facebook, dan website-nya.
Thank you, Delia. Nizam, are you still there?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to introduce Nizam to everybody. Nizam is actually a food and beverage consultant in Malaysia. So since he's a consultant, I personally want to know how is the F&B business now after COVID in Malaysia.
Right. That's a loaded question, to be honest.
just simplify it.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I think, to be fair, the entire landscape of doing business in general in all industries are affected. Termasuklah F&B kita ni. So first of all, let me applaud everyone here who is currently in business and still in business, for your survivability and to hopefully ensure your sustainability going forward. Generally, the landscape in Malaysia for F&B adalah a lot of the business that don't have deep, or I would say deeper pockets, have been affected significantly. So a lot of the SME business memang dah tutup ataupun planning on closing down. Having said that, a lot of them are also been in business for many years and have decided that due to this current landscape, this current climate, they have exited. They decided to cut their losses lah, if I can say that. Some of them are 15 over years, and then some of them are even at past the 20-year mark and decided that, okay, I want to close down now. We can't survive anymore. So the challenge here is this: the landscape has changed. The consumer behavior has changed. The consumption patterns, orang dah makan, cara nak makan sudah tukar. So we have to evolve. So these companies, entities that have decided that they want to close down are obviously a bit resistant to change, but with all due respect, have probably considered all other factors before they want to close down. Mungkin dah, to be fair, I might need to pump in a bit more extra capital, or I can't survive with this kind of reduced numbers by 20% customer base or so. So yes, so it employs kita sebagai operators, sebagai business owners to then figure out how do we want to move forward? How do we want to ensure that we sustain ourselves? So coming back to the question of earlier, with regards to price, quality, and taste, and I mentioned the concept tadi tu. It comes back to the concept of what are you offering, right? I mean, McDonald's, we only aspire to what they do in terms of size, in terms of their sheer capacity. But who's to say a single outlet cannot do just as well, right? Who's to say multi outlets, 2 or 3 outlets can't do just as well, because they have a different business model. Kita sebagai entrepreneur, kita sebagai business owners must appreciate all the other factors coming into your business sustainability. Contoh tadi macam, is there a priority between price, quality, and taste? First of all, quality and taste, no. Taste is always subjective, right? Semua orang punya taste buds lain-lain. Quality is our responsibility. Do not compromise on quality. But then the benchmark of value for your quality is then the price. You can't be selling something that is, worth 5 ringgit in cost and then sell it for 50 ringgit, right? So that's where the price factor comes together with the perception of what you are also, or the perception of value that you are giving to customers. Now kepada orang lain yang ada brick and mortar restaurant business, it's all about service quality, it's all about ambience, it's all about cleanliness and hygiene. So this all gets factored in to your business model lah, in a sense. If I can say, actually, a couple of interesting things that have arisen during the COVID punya ni, I actually assisted a restaurant who has gone from a brick and mortar to a full delivery business model. Dia daripada 50-60 seater, dia tukar kepada cloud kitchen model and then purely delivery only. Okay. Having said that, there was another company also who I assisted to set up. They went straight for a brick and mortar, but it was on a grab and go concept. So again, when I say concept, right? You have to deeply understand what is it that you are trying to communicate, what is it the product that you are selling. So because they are grab and go, we also got a location within the mall with high foot traffic. We studied what is the footfall over there, what is the customer profile over there, and then and then we came up with our offerings, right? The sandwiches, and we got salads, we've got beverages. So we looked at, you know, is it a predominantly working class profile? Is it a predominantly you know, elderly profile? So those are the things that you need to appreciate from your customer base. There is never a one size fits all. Having said that, also all the big boys like, you know, the McDonald's and Domino's to a certain extent, they have also felt a bit of a pinch during this pandemic, I'm sure. So they have also tweaked some of their business operations. Ada benda yang diorang compromise sikit lah. You know, for example, I don't know, McDonald's perhaps they have introduced more of the you know, self-pay kiosks, you know, but then it reduces your dependency on staff for the payment counter. Ada juga tu cost benda tu is not so cheap also. You know, of course that machine, if you look at it, can replace a productivity of maybe 1 or 2 staff, but in reality, you know, the back of house, you still can't compromise. Mesti ada orang yang still nak assemble the burgers, right? So essentially, have a deep understanding of your product. Macam, to be fair, people that are selling nasi ayam versus people who are, you know, selling wagyu, fine dining, they all have a different concept, right? They all have a different product offering. It's to ensure that you reach out to the right potential customers, to ensure that you also continue to create value. And I think this is something that I strongly recommend for everyone to appreciate what is the value that you are bringing to your customer base. You know what I mean? Macam Mr. Siraj just now, you said you don't mind spending a bit more for lunch via Grab when you know in-house dining is much cheaper. Why? Because you don't mind paying for that convenience. That is the value that you as a consumer are willing to transact. But for the restaurateur pula, tadi Tuan Azhar tadi mention, tapi kita nak compromise, I won't say compromise, but you know, we are okay to absorb that cost of 30%. It's just a cost of doing business, right? That is something that we pay for because we don't want to be handling the riders pula, the front facing of the platforms, you know. So it's we collaborate in a sense with the ecosystem and ride on each other's strengths. So if that's what they already do, they're handling the customer service, they're handling the riders, they're handling their salary and payroll or whatever. We just continue to produce what we can produce, what we can control, quality of food and the price factor. So coming back to some of the platforms pula, Food Panda and Grab in Malaysia actually displays some stores where they have a line at the page of each of the restaurants saying that prices are same as in-store. You know, so they know, does that really going to affect the customer in a sense of me purchasing from you? Yes and no. If I'm already comfortable to spend, say, 15 ringgit for a plate of something, and then I see that, oh, I know your prices are in-store, then I'm going to be like, okay, fine. Then there's still the delivery charges of 5 ringgit. So tak apa, I'm okay to transact that value because that's convenience for me, you know? So yeah, in short, this is the best time to revisit your business model, revisit what value that you are giving to your customers in a sense of their transaction. Bukan saja dari segi wang ringgit atau dari segi like, you know, I'm paying 5 ringgit for a plate of Maggi goreng, for example. I'm willing to pay 10 ringgit because of something else, maybe. I'm not asking you to then inflate your prices to 10 ringgit, but look at the other factors that are contributing to that. Someone mentioned in the comments that service is priority. Without a doubt, we are in the service industry, right? If the service is good, we are willing to pay slightly extra. Likewise, if the service is bad, you bagi discount, bagi free pun belum tentu I datang and dine to your restaurant.
Yeah, correct, true. It's like kalau dekat KL tu ada in KL there's this mamak called Q Bistro.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive mamak place ever in Kuala Lumpur, but people go there non-stop. And I must say the food is good and the service also good. So
Absolutely.
Yes, so to compare, like you go to another mamak, it's dirty and the food is not nice and the price okay cheap. So like what you said, paying an extra for the services is okay, you know. It's
Absolutely.
like,
Again,
yeah.
it's the transaction of value, right? Plus for them, they are also giving customers or their patrons a choice, because Q Bistro ni is not only your typical Indian fare. You got your tom yum, you've got rice, you've got, pastas also, some of the outlets. So because of this, it's like, oh, you know what, I don't mind eating here, especially if I'm in a group, because everyone has different taste buds or different things they want to eat today. And hopefully Q Bistro can provide that offering. And yes, then you look at it, the place itself, the ambience of the restaurant, other the air conditioning punya area. So that already suggests that, suggests unconsciously that that's a bit extra that you have to pay for, you know. Likewise, and then it's supported by the fact that customer, dia punya service pun orang datang and then dia tanya, and then you get a little extra. Honestly, guys, it's just a little extra. I have to admit that in terms of F&B in Malaysia, if we're talking about service quality, we have leaps and bounds to go. Malaysia can improve on that significantly. If we compare ourselves to, more developed nations, forget US and Europe, but even our neighbors here, like Philippines and Thailand, sikit je, just a little extra, and you're just like, wow, I'm having a good dining experience already. The food is okay, but the dining experience, right? So how does that affect the grab and go punya customers pula? Right? How do we continue to give that excellent customer service? Is that interaction, right? Grab and go customers, the way we display our food, the way the opportunity that we get to interact with customers, in the sense like, how can I help you? What is it you're looking for? And explaining the concept of the store, that all comes into play. So you cannot look at one thing in isolation. And this is where, macam I cakap tadi, ambillah peluang ni, take the opportunity right now to revisit your business model and find out. And I'm not talking about cost efficiency only, not only cut corners, maybe we got to reduce this. In fact, maybe you should add more staff. Maybe you should give them extra pay for quality, because that's going to give you the incremental benefit of getting more customers and returning customers. That is the key, returning customers. Of course, returning customer because your service is great, but your makan is also not going to ensure sustainability in the long run, right?
But I also encounter some of a managing director ever deliver to the end of Singapore, which is Tuas Avenue 8. From my stall, it takes around 30 minutes to drive. And the managing director able to pay me $20 just because of the delivery. And they only order one packet, which is $7. One packet I'm sold to them is $27 for ayam penyet. So I told him, why you just buy one packet? I have a contract to settle, cost me worth of $500,000. So that's the reason that they say they cannot go away from the laptop and still nego with their customer. That's the reason that I don't mind to dine in my restaurant, and to save money. You see, later I cannot get the the job. This is what my customer told me. So they are
Right.
getting my food at the same time, nego. At the end of the day, they are still getting their sales for 500,000.
Absolutely. So opportunity cost, right? Opportunity cost. Is it worth for me driving 20 minutes to get there, or rather paying $20 extra when on one hand, you know, with all due respect, there's another 500,000 year contract to be dealt with, right? I mean, bigger scheme of things, you know. Likewise, the grab and go restaurant that the grab and go concept retail store that I recently set up is in a premium area in KL, in Bangsa, and the challenge here was trying to find a product offering, yet a value offering to the customers in this 1% punya group. These are very affluent people, you know, they don't care. I mean, is it really about grab and go? No, they have the time. I want to sit down, I can sit down all day, you know. People have negotiations and meetings there all day, but like there's also different pockets of society over there, right? You also got your workers and stuff like that. How do I continue to provide an offering that is I wouldn't say one size fits all, but you got to understand who's your 80% market, who's your 20% market. So like we had a customer recently, you know, she came to the store 3 times and we've been only open for 2 weeks. She's been back twice. She's been back 3 times. First time she spent 50 ringgit. The next time she spent 100 ringgit. The third time she spent like 500 ringgit. So, you know, it's about building that trust with your customer. It's about understanding, like we want more of these people, but at the same time, it's we also want volume, because you know our products are perishable. So again, it's something that we are you know, we try to plan on paper, but the reality is I think a lot of operators and business operators here can appreciate that it's operations lah. You buka baru, you know, you open and run, only you can appreciate the little nuances, the little headaches and hiccups and fine tuning is required. But at best, plan on paper and you know, study as much as you can.
True. Bila dah buka baru tahu.
Betul, dah buka baru tahu. Lepas tu, you either sink or swim lah. Nak nangis ke, you nak menyesal ke, you nak, you know, it depends. Tapi itulah dia, jangan give up lah. Kalau something doesn't work, change it, ubah, and see whether you can streamline it, but never compromise the value. You got to understand. Like we had initially decided when during our R&D, we had about you know, 20-30 different product offerings, and then the other partners were like, okay, let's bring it all out and serve it, and then let the customers decide what you know, at least they have the option or the choice. But I was like, no, that's not efficient, is it? That's not efficient, because that's going to incur wastage, that's going to incur expensive learning curve. So let's categorize the product items. Let's introduce 2 of each product category and see you know, an A/B testing, tengok yang mana move, yang mana tak move. Lepas tu at the same time we can also receive feedback and data from customers. Oh, kita punya sambal ni pedas sangat ke, tak cukup pedas ke, tak cukup masin, or like, you know, we prefer more salads rather than what you're doing with your brown rice offerings. So you adapt. So you give, ultimately you give customers what they want in terms of your product, but also value.
True. See, thank you so much, our Nizam. Your insight is very, very helpful.
Yeah, I hope so, because you know, being a former well, I wouldn't say former, but you know, I've had my fair share of failures.
Yes.
2 restaurants, franchise model. I set up my own restaurant. We also set up our own social enterprise. So I can relate to Prisha, who did a foundation before. So this kind of things, you know, and I've also distributed products that I imported from the US. Macam-macam lah. I've had my fair share of failures lah. But you know what? It's all learning, right? It's all learning. So I respect Encik Azhar yang 20-30 tahun punya berniaga ni, and memang hats off to you lah.
Well, Nizam, I think I have to learn with you with regards to your franchise needs, you know. You are more experienced, also called hard work that you have gained through all these things, gone through all these things.
Cancer, we can connect separately, and hopefully, I can add. I personally hope that I can add value to you, to your current operations. I hear that you might be interested to open in Indonesia. Dah tanya pasal Bandung, dah tanya pasal local partner, berbagai semua.
I have an idea lah. I have an idea. So I don't know how can we meet after this COVID. See what can we do for the next year. So tentatively for this year is a very extreme for me, that it's too busy for me. Then I'm running out there and here, and now I'm opening out my logistic and offices that I'm coming out with. So I do hope that we are able to collaborate with any part of business who are interested into franchise with Zoe's Corner. So these are the things that we are looking at. So like what I said earlier, I wish that I could meet you in person, that we can elaborate more into our business. How can we leverage more into our business for now and future also? So at least I can gain something that, into the business journey from what you have gone through.
Absolutely, inshallah boleh. In fact, Zaha, if I can get you to just connect us via email for starters, I think that would be great.
Yeah. Maybe I will call this Khairuddin or Siraj. Anything you can let them know. My contact numbers, my email address, or perhaps, I left inside the our chat group my contact number and my email address.
Betul. So, likewise to everybody. There's an opportunity here for us to then connect and add value and continue to prosper, hopefully, and grow together lah.
Yeah.
You never know what might come out of it. There's obviously different product offerings, different value offerings here. Sometimes it's about unlocking that value. Itu je.
Yeah, this is what I say lah. If we want to grow alone, I don't think so. We can grow, we can sustain in a business by ourselves. But to grow further, we need to do collaborations. This is for my own feeling. That regardless of what, I mean, we have to grow and work with someone that able to leverage more and growing into our business.
Absolutely.
But be careful that, some of our business owner also, I believe that Nizam have gone through all these things.
Tosh Group is happy to connect everyone here. We hope to see the success in everybody. Alhamdulillah, today I managed to get Nizam to join. I get to meet Zul for the first time. And of course, there's few friends here. Last minute also request to join. It turned out to be great, and sorry I had to surprise everyone with everything. The whole idea of having Zoom networking is not to have some formal discussion. It's more literally santai, because when you are comfortable to discuss everything goes well. So that's our objective. We are so Nokia with everybody. Nokia connecting people, so we just have to steal that from Nokia. And obviously Nokia means networking, obviously keep interest available, so that's what Nokia means on our side. So yes, I'm glad that everyone enjoyed the topic and the discussion. Thank you to everybody who joined. Yes, Kai?
I think we got 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes more. And we got please want to introduce yourself.
Again?
Yeah, I want to introduce yourself. Then we can let it up.
Introduce everyone.
Okay.
Personal introduction. Yeah.
Sure. Yes, Shannon, please.
No.
the participants. So maybe I can just see Kak Ani is in. Maybe
Oh,
Kak Ani can start. Please.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, saya familiar faces. Nama saya Animo dari Jamil Catering. And also from JC. I have a humble catering dah 46 tahun. I'm the second generation. And I'm more active on my JC Frozen, which I myself do it. I have a partner in JB. So, and beside that, we have a humble stall at Timber Plus, JC Nasi Lemak. And yeah, since I move on, I have a central kitchen, so I can cook or cater hotels and other venues for the requirement. Yeah, so I'm in the food business.
thank you, Ani.
An amazing
Welcome.
businesswoman.
Not really, I'm still learning.
Thank you, Kak Ani.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just
sorry.
finished my golf game ni, sebab tu I lambat. A round
Oh,
of golf, so I know I lambat, but I still nak masuk, tak mau ketinggalan.
yes, thank you for joining.
Dah habis belum? Dah habis belum 18 hole tu?
Dah,
Oh.
18 hole dah habis, ya.
Oh, cantik, cantik.
Do we miss anyone else here? Oh yeah, we Raditya Pradana. Brother, are you there?
Yes, hello everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you
Hello.
for joining finally.
Yeah, finally. Sorry, inactive for the past few months after joining the WhatsApp group.
Yes. Do you mind introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. Hello semuanya. My name is Radit. Now I'm working in Tokopedia and also running a business with my wife. The business is confeksi, creating a clothing line for other business. We can produce like a bag, atasan, bawahan, baju, and masker juga gitu. Salam kenal, happy to connect everyone.
Yeah, salam. See, thank you, Radit. So yes, to those are new here, I just want to explain that this is how it works in Zoom networking. We literally talk about some topics and then we spend time knowing each other in the group and also during the Zoom session. That's why you can go up to 2 hours at a time. Sometimes even the session is over, we still discuss. So yes, Shannon, is there anyone else that you see that I miss?
What about Ita? I'm not sure whether we've heard from Ita.
Oh, Ita, I think she is together with Prisya, right?
Okay. Sure. I think then that's everybody.
I'm not sure. Because that's how.
Yeah, hi, hello. Yeah, I'm here with Priscia. We are actually in one team for Kopi Panas, the coffee shop that Priscia was mentioning. And I'm enjoying the chat. This is actually my first time. I'm actually a professional, so it's my first time to actually be connecting with people who come from the different side of the industry. So it's great to know that there are one corner that is actually helping out the community and also economy and making it working from a different level. So I'm very excited. And I think we should continue to have this kind of discussion to help spread the positive energy around everybody practitioner who is doing this, especially during this pandemic time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes. I hope everyone will come again and join us just to share on our schedule that we are doing this twice a month. So the next session will be in 2 weeks time. So we keep you guys posted what will be the next topic and to discuss. And I understand some of our loyal members who always join and use this platform as literally sembang session, talking session, chit chat with friends around here. And thank you so much. Siraj, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm thankful. I appreciate SMCC support and also our partners in Theory. And we look forward to more sessions in the future. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. Oh yes. Just a little bit of iklan. Prisha, do you want to actually explain where is your cafe whereabout to the rest of the people here? Maybe if we are able to come, and we will come.
Yeah, the coffee shop is in Bintaro Sektor 9. Ada di Instagram detailnya @kopipanas.coffeeandeatery. Kalau foundationnya Instagramnya @kopipanasfoundation. Actually, what I want to share is kita every Friday we're giving out free food and free coffee for everyone. And also the packaging is not made from plastic. Jadi kita wrap pakai daun pisang so that anyone can just take it for free, bawa pulang, and then you don't have to like think about where should I put the waste and everything. And if anyone wants to like join, put on your food or anything to give out for community for free, you guys are welcome as well. We're doing it every Friday, but make sure that the packaging is environmental friendly. But if you still cannot, we can help you pack that and give back to community as well.
Thank you so much. So those who are nearby want to visit, please do. Maybe Pasha, I hope you are nearby. So yes, we are almost 11 o'clock. It's about to end our session. I would just like to thank everybody who have the time to join, making the time to be part of our Zoom networking session. We are sorry if there is some technical mistake or anything. Please, but please hope that we can come here again and meet with everybody. As of today, we just miss our friend from Thailand. We don't meet anyone from Thailand here. Teresa is from Philippines. The rest is from Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Yes, I would like to end this session. If anyone want to stay for networking, please do. For those who have to go, yes, please, you can go. Normally, when this all finish, we still have our chat session to each other. Whoever can stay, please do and stay. All right, thank you so much. See you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see who's still around. Khairudin, as usual, Fahana, Shannon, Teresa, Azuni.
Okay, so since the session ended, I can talk outside of FNB kan?
Wait, need to